And there you go, look, the stream started. Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Rush Rivals. I probably should be on Discord while I'm doing this bit specifically, but it's probably fine. So, today we're going to be doing the first episode of Rush Rivals, which is a Rush Duel themed game show where 8 duelists will compete in various challenges, Rush Duel Links themed challenges that is, to basically work out who is the smartest, who is the strongest, who is the most skillful Rush player. As they complete challenges, they will earn points and they will earn cards to create a unique card pool with its own limit and restriction list. Basically, we're going to be doing some challenges, then they're going to be doing some duels. Everyone's going to have weird and wacky decks, but we're going to have a great time. So, I suppose I'll start off just by going through like a little bit what's going to happen. So we're going to start out, the first half is going to be a challenge. So that is going to be something a bit weird, a bit wacky, but it will all be Rush Duel Links themed. As players play through, they will be earning points. Points will give players certain benefits that will differ from week to week, as well as gaining cards that they will be able to use to build decks with, which they will play a best of 3 at the end of each episode. So that is the logic behind the format of the show. And now, I guess, we will just hop straight in. So, if we jump into here, we can now see that our players are here. So, I would like to introduce them. I guess we'll go from top to bottom. So, we will start with Draco. So, Draco, do you want to introduce yourself? So we do have text-to-speech here, but it doesn't 100% work. So hopefully it will pick it up. Apparently it just didn't like that message whatsoever.
Hello everyone, I am Draco, and it's nice to meet you all. I'm a somewhat competitive Vanguard player and a Rush fan, and I love dating sims and strategy RPGs. Also, Paco stinks.
Okay, just random Paco hate in there. I guess next up will be Hikari. So Hikari, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't pick it up. Now, do you want to just type it in one more time? Don't worry, in the finished video, this will be perfect. I'll just edit around it.
Hello, I'm Hikari. I'm just a chill girl who loves Yu-Gi-Oh! And Rush Duels and who can't introduce herself.
Alright, next up is Milanesso. So if you want to introduce yourself, Milanesso.
Hello, I'm Milanesso Odo, a player and lover of Rush Duels, absolute fan of sevens. I like bread.
He likes bread, everyone. He likes bread. What more could you want from a Rush rival? So next up is Hunter. So Hunter, do you want to introduce yourself? That's unfortunate.
Since this is mandatory, hello guys, I am Hunter ET. I am an old card fight Vanguard player, an off-meta player in like most YGO formats, trying mostly to cook stuff or interactions that was not brought up to light of the day or use old meta decks with small twists to throw OFF meta players. Mainly a Rush Duel Links player nowadays, since I like the current format and enjoy the community. Konami give me Soul Jerseys now.
I don't know if we're going to get Soul Jersey. I mean, we could, right? Soul Jersey could just come out. It'd probably be completely fine. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, there we go. So that was Hunter. So next up, we have Whistling Bird.
Hello, my name is Whistling Bird and I have been a Rush enthusiast since ET Duel Links. You might know me from tournaments or from casting the Rush Duel Colosseum. Guten Abend.
Thank you, Whistling Bird. Yep, absolutely fantastic. It does do a bit of streaming, does do commentating for Rush Duel Colosseum. So next up we have Sota.
Hello, my name is Soda. I am on Team Chronicle Birds on RDC. I've been playing Rush Duel Links since its launch and I've cogged every season. I've liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Since the Zexal era and I am excited to play in this event.
Thank you, Sota, since the Zexal era. So you're kind of like the next gen of player, I suppose, because I started back in like Yugi Boomer format. Well, next up we have Manarchist. We're going to do it. Oh, it's not liking it. One more time.
Hello, I am Anarchist. I'm allied with the Latin Kings / Latin Queens Rush teams. My favourite Rush deck is Metrian, but I am quite fond of aquatic themed decks too.
There we go. Good old aquatic themed decks. Is that like, you like Bubble Error, I'm going to assume? But last but not least, well, we'll let Manarchist answer the question since we did ask him a question. Fish babies, okay.
Fish babies.
Next up is Paco, who is our 8th and final rival.
My name is Paco. I got first for NA for the WCQ, so I went to Worlds for Rush in 2024. I occasionally top in Rush tournaments. Just happy to be here and yeah, glad I can compete in Rush Rivals.
And there we have it. So those are our 8 players that are going to be competing for the esteemed title of Rush Rivals Champion. So I think without further ado, we should just jump straight into the first challenge.
This is Rush Rivals. I thought it was Marvel Rivals.
Not quite, Manarchist. But in order to get started on the very first challenge for week 1, we are going to need a background image. So the first challenge that we are going to be doing is called Jointech Jumble. So Jointech Jumble is quite a simple but actually kind of challenging game. Basically, has anyone's ever heard of a word jumble? The gist is...
Jointech Jumble what?
The gist is that we will be having different card names that are jumbled up. So here is your example. So every round that we do of this, I will be revealing 5 cards. So, oh, that's the wrong one. Don't worry about that. That's the answer. That's also an answer.
It's Countdown Conundrum.
There we go. So this was the example, right? So there will be 5 all at once,
Romantic.
So you will have 5 minutes to answer as many of these as you can. So for this example, and for this was also going to be happening for round 1, all of the word jumbles will be a single word. So you will not have to worry about like multi-stripe Dragon Dragius and have 3 different words to unjumble. This is just all going to be cards that only have a singular name and they will be jumbled up. And obviously, as we've already seen before, like Roman Pick is the answer to the first one. The second one is Sir Painter. The third one is Ants Giving. The fourth one here is At Blizzard. And the fifth one was Glaciosaurus. So that is basically the gist, right? So when we do start this for real, I will basically be showing you a screen very similar to this. You will have to go away. You will have to work out over your 5 minutes as many of these as you can. Now, the way this is going to work is you will receive points for every single one that you get correct.
in English.
Right? So every single one you get correct will get you points. Now, you don't know exactly what points do for you yet, but you will get the points. The other thing is whoever gets the word first will earn the prize locked behind that word. So you want to get as many as you can
we have
to get your
5
points.
minutes.
But
I should have done the homework.
you also want to make sure
Batikari.
that you're quick. So what you could do, for example, is target not the word at the top, because theoretically everyone could just go work at the top and start going down. So if you start at the bottom and work your way up, for example, less people might be targeting that word. So you want to be quick. You want to get as many as you can. That is the gist of this game. So without further ado, I think it might be about time that we get started on the first round.
Let's start up.
If everyone's ready, we are going to be revealing now. And the timer starts now. So, 5 minutes, everyone. I will be checking in I'll check in about halfway through the time, and then when we get to a minute, and then timed intervals after that. So, I think what we should also do here as well is just put the chat into emote only, just so that people don't work out the answers and then still go from there, right? We're just going to have the chat and emote only just so there's a little bit less cheating. But we will have to see what ends up happening. It looks like we've already got a couple of answers coming through. So some players definitely have a bit of a knack with this. some players will probably be struggling a little bit more. Don't forget, not all these players are native English speakers. English is not going to be their first language, so they might struggle a little bit with this, but we will still get to like see how this goes. Now, unfortunately, there's not really a lot we can do about that, right? Like, I can't just, for example, everyone in this does speak English, right? So at the very least, we can be on some sort of even playing field. But like we say, we do have a German player, we do have an Italian player, we do have players from all over. So, and don't forget, we also have a lot of American players, or at least have a couple of American players, which is probably the biggest debuff of them all, really. So, fingers crossed everything will go smoothly. I will have to remind them that we're at the halfway point when the timer gets down to 2:30. So we've got another minute before I have to do that. But, has anyone in chat worked out any of these answers? If you can use emotes to give away the answers, feel free. If you can give hints, or try and say if you've worked them out yourselves using emotes, again, feel free. Alright, I need to start keeping track of who got what where. So, what's going to be the easiest way to do this? Alright, this will be fine. So, we had... we had... Right, 2:30's coming up. So, right, we are halfway through the time. So already I'm seeing different people having worked some of them out different speeds. That doesn't count. So that one. Then we have ooh, I'm definitely seeing one player having quite a lead here. Alright, we've got another 1 minute 30 seconds until the first round is going to be over. Right, 1 minute 14. Now again, we're not expecting all the players to get every single answer, right? You only get 5 minutes. Word jumbles are difficult. We're not expecting everyone to get everything. That is not what this is about. This is about getting what you can. 1 minute remaining. It's looking like one word has still not been found at all. Which I think is definitely the hardest of them. Oh, only 20 seconds left. Who's gonna win? Round 1. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's gonna be time up, everyone. So, it's looking pretty much what I expected. So again, we weren't expecting everyone to get every answer. That wasn't really what this was about. This was about getting as many as you can within like a small space of time, right? So don't worry if you
only
didn't get
got the first 3.
That's completely fine. Again, it's not about getting them all.
I'm
right?
too bad at this.
It's about getting some of them. But don't worry again, because you will still walk away with something either way. So looking at this,
Well,
I guess we will start by revealing what the answers were, and then we will be giving out the prizes based on what the answers are. So, the very first one.
Get 3.
We have Karibot. So, Turboik was Karibot. So, I can reveal that 1, 2,
Gotcha.
3, 4, 5, 6 players got Karibot. But the fastest player to get Karibot was
No, the Karibot.
Whistling Bird. So Whistling Bird will be receiving the prize, which is, surprise, surprise, it's Karibot. So, one other thing I should mention, all prizes during this episode are going to be playsets.
Allow.
So, now, Bird gets 3 Karibot into his collection, which is actually a really strong early game staple. Now, as things go on, it's probably not going to be like as impactful, but in a limited series, this is actually going to be a really, really strong card. So,
Cricket speed. I had it on my board until time was to a minute. Elmo.
all right. So next up, what we should do is turn emote only chat off.
Better is
if we
Roter.
talk. So next up, we have the us info is Fusion. So now let's see who was
Read the
first.
rules, Sota.
So the first player to get Fusion was, once again, Whistling
You
Bird.
suck soda.
So, Whistling Bird will be
Don't we
receiving...
already have fusion in the card pool?
Yes, I mean, just because the card is Fusion doesn't mean necessarily going to get it. Karibot was kind of just an exception. So, this card, a little bit less powerful, but still pretty good.
Oh.
Darkness Approaches. So, again, it's going to be a very early game card. Not
Wow.
particularly strong, but not every single reward is going to be a banger. So, we do have Darkness Approaches. So next up, we are going to have Chupa
Make
Kukua.
a sandwich.
So Chupa Kukua was indeed Paku Paku Chu. So, the first player to get Paku Paku Chu was Draco Kid. So, Draco, you will be receiving the next prize, and that is
Dude.
King's Reward. So again, it's not the craziest card in the world, but it is something you will have over the other players.
What will I do with that?
I mean, again, this first week is going to be quite a low-powered format, right? We're not expecting anything super duper crazy. So next up,
Tomato, you emperor.
next up we have Softer, and Softer was Forest. So the first person to get Forest was once again Whistling Bird. So now this is quite an interesting prize that you've earned here. This is the Blue Falcon Formation Bundle. So bundles are a little bit special. Bundles will be a group of stuff, right? Now there is a downside here. You can only receive one bundle each week, right? But if you are to win another bundle, you can trade this bundle for that bundle. So if you do find something else that you'd like more than this, you will gain access to that instead. This bundle
that's not so
specifically
bad.
is just Blue Falcon Tengu, a playset, and the skill Blue Falcon Formation. So that is what you're getting from this
And
specifically.
he give the other bundle to a player of his choice.
So we
Where
will
was
get to
Gavin?
that at the end.
At least I won something.
We'll get to that at the end. So next up, I will have to write that down in a sec. And the final,
Mit der DJ.
the final, Gasteroid, I can reveal nobody got this one correct. So the answer was Dragosite. So unfortunately,
Voklose.
we'll never know what that card was, but it's gone
Dragosite.
now.
This was the one I was trying.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not an easy one to go for, but it was one nonetheless. All right, so for the next round, as I get rid of all of this off the screen, we will be increasing the timer because I think you guys could probably use it a bit more, and as we go on, the rounds are going to get a little bit harder. So we will be increasing the timer
Yeah,
from
please.
5 minutes to, what do we think? Is 10 minutes too long?
Right?
I think we definitely need more than 5 for
Love it.
sure. 7 feels good. Right, yeah, we'll do 7. 7 feels pretty good.
You
So-
chose sevens.
Don't worry about that
colour
timer
blue.
at the moment. We haven't started the next round yet. So now, I guess we will go ahead and start the next round. So, this round will again have some small differences. So, our example is going to be rebuffed Miles. So, for this round, we will have multiple word jumbles. And this is primarily because there aren't actually that many cards in Rush Duel that do have a singular name. So, for this, multiple world jumbles will have each individual
Slime
world
Bros.
jumbled. So what that means is, there you go. I mean, yeah, Parker's already got it. The answer is Buffered Slime. But what that means is both of these words, Buffered and Slime, are both jumbled only on their own. So you won't have like some of Buffered in the second word and some of Slime in the first word. It will be two
I
words
see.
individually, right? So that is how this
So
second
this
round
one is
gonna work.
doable.
I was faster.
I mean, hopefully.
That's terrifying.
So, one thing I will say as well is every answer you got correct from that first round gave 10 points. Every question you get right from this round is going to be worth double at 20 points. So you really want to get as many as you can, and obviously speed is going to be the
20.
name of the game. So, we are going to go ahead
Damn, 20.
and reveal the next one. So, let's everyone get ready, get set. Here we go. Timer has started. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to start jotting down everyone's points, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So, we had Draco got 1, 2, 3. Draco got 3, so he has a total of 30 points. Hikari got 2, so a grand total of 20 points. Milanesso got... looks like none, unfortunately. Hunter... looks like also got... Bird got 4, I believe. Sota 2, Manicist 1, 2, 3, and Paco 1, 2. Looking like 2. So I want to move these out of the way.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I should also put the chat back into emote
Yummy.
mode just to stop cheating. Haven't found anything F. Sag. Big Sag. So the halfway point is now going to be 3:30. So at 3:30 we're going to have to go ahead and do that.
Tomato wart are we doing the next 5 minutes?
Have you already finished? Bird? Let's have a look. 1,
Auf was würde Tomato?
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. What have you typed in here? Okay, that looks fine.
As teams, the numbers are accounts due to my new keyboard.
You don't have to worry about the actual numbers if you don't want to. If you just type the cards, like the name, I'll be able to know. That's assuming you're listening to the stream. So we are approaching the halfway point, so I'll get ready to let the players know.
I am listening Tomato.
Yeah, I assumed you were. So you don't have to worry about putting the numbers in. I'll just you know, you're not
Pause
gonna
I
guess.
anborigt.
Halfway point has been reached. 3 minutes 30 remaining. I am going to say it does look like we do have a
3/5.
advantage. A clear advantage. A clear standout. Whistling Bird by far seems to be the most proficient at this sort of thing, at
Dann
jumbles.
Draco Putzlehade.
But again, you know, if you can't translate your skill in jumbles to skill in dueling, having the card advantage might not actually be that big. We'll have to wait and see what actually ends up happening. But it does look like Whistling Bird might be receiving a lot of prizes.
Are you saying I can duel tomato?
Are you saying I can't duel tomato? No, what I'm saying is that generally players aren't, you know, you don't have stats everywhere, right? So you're not going to have maxed out strength, agility, intellect, charisma, right? You're gonna have places where you're stronger, places where you're weaker, right? So I would say that your jumble skills are very, very good. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to just out-duel everyone else, right? Listen, it's about not making it look like there's one person that's just dominating over everyone else, Bird, okay? This is just... we gotta drum up some interest, okay? Okay. Things are looking pretty tight here. We definitely have a lot more answers here than before. Maybe the double word ones are a lot easier. Obviously, like, I didn't...
Oh no, the ice streaking me, I can't hear the tomato.
Oh, yeah, we are in the ad break. Well, only 30 seconds until...
4/5, missing the first one.
Missing the first one, ooh. Right, 1 minute 14, so in 13 seconds, I'll have to let everyone know. 8 seconds. One minute remaining.
Real question. How will I adjust my deck?
That is a good question. In just 5 minutes. We were talking about maybe extending the time, but... Only 32 seconds remaining. 30 seconds. This music is actually perfect for this as well, by the way. Just like a timer counting down. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up, everyone. Let's see what ends up happening. So,
I don't know.
What we're going to have to do now is go through and see who was very, very first. So, the very top one, if we try and do these in order, did anyone get the first one? It looks like somebody did. Did anyone get it quicker than this? No, they did not.
I didn't do them in order.
So, number 1, Cringe Pie Auraism. And we should probably, again, let chat out of the emote only mode.
ID Team in reverse.
So, Cringe Pie Auraism was Piercing Samurai.
Same.
And the player that was there first was Whistling Bird. So Whistling Bird will be taking yet another prize.
Nice.
And his prize this time, 1000 Attack Rocket. So congratulations on your 1000
Let's
Attack
go.
Rocket playset.
Nice.
What an amazing card. It's
Verb up, nerf
so
him.
unbelievably powerful.
Wäre ich mal Samurai Tomato.
I mean, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with that. Piercing Samurai is way too strong for week 1.
Whistle got all of the answers.
So next up, we have Words Craned. And Words Craned was Sword Dancer. And the player who got in there
It's the
first
same
with
place
Sword Dancer
Grand Reenact is.
was Hikari. So Hikari will be receiving a brand new card, and it is Dosadon. Would you look at that, everyone? It's
Of course she
Dosadon.
did.
Newell.
Everyone
That
loves
is not so
Dosadon.
easy.
Who doesn't love Dosadon, everyone? Come on, can we get some cheers for Dosadon? Who doesn't love the ball?
Not my Dasadin.
Dosadon. I love that. At least it's a body. 1100 attack is also not bad comparing to the pool you've currently got. So, like, okay, there could be something we could do with that. Now, the third one, Bee Cry Gonard.
That's a
I'd
good card.
Cyber Dragon. So let's see who got Cyber Dragon in there first. It is Whistling Bird once again. So Whistling Bird will be receiving yet another card, and this time it is a trap card. It's Spiral Geyser. Now I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people don't even know what this card does. It's an interesting
That's
trap
good
card.
steal.
Oh, with a trap. I wanted
Bird with
Spiral.
one of the only traps
Okay,
in the
that would
game.
be good earlier on.
There we go. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of these cards are going to fall off pretty quick, but they are going to be a lot better early. So the next one, United Stan, is Untied Stan is United Ants. So let's see who got United Ants first. It was Pro Manicist got the United Ants first. So Pro Manicist is getting a very interesting. So Pro Manicist will be getting our second
So,
bundle.
der Mann was faster.
So who is ready to see Pro Manicist's bundle? I'm quite excited for
United
this.
Ant Bros.
Now this is the biggest bundle we have.
Ants is the last
Now-
thing I expected.
Take that how you want. This bundle, in my opinion, is actually really strong week one. This is, I think, the strongest it's ever going to be.
Dann
It does
Index
not
wäre-
have longevity, I will tell you that. So here we go. It's the Beast Gear bundle. This, again, is absolutely huge. So in here we have both Beast Gear boss monsters. We have the
Ooh.
Trike
Oh, no.
Fox.
Your Walker.
We've got Motor Wolf. We've got Gyro Jackal. We also have the Block
knows
Attack
Rush Bro?
spell card, which is probably actually going to be live for a little while. So there you go. This is your bundle. No skill, though. That is a big negative of this bundle. So a lot of cards, some okay stats going around, especially for this early. No skill. So I will be adding that to your pool during the next round. So last one, Erex Redo Secret Order. So let's see who got the Secret Order first. And the answer is Whistling Bird once again. This man is on fire.
Of course, it's Whistle.
Whistling Bird, you are getting another bundle.
Bird.
So you will have to make a decision on whether you want
Cool.
this bundle or whether you want to keep your current bundle. So the bundle is the Tempest Drive bundle. So this is the Tempest Drive skill. You would be receiving 3 copies of Bendabate the Conqueror, Fazuzu, All-Seeing White Tiger, which does have some application later on as well,
I
as
guess
well
Secret
as
Order.
Road
You
But
Magic.
take it.
like I took so much time.
NGL.
Lem Vow.
Are you making Mycose?
Yes, so you now have to choose whether you want this or whether you want your just Blue Falcon formation and Blue Falcon Tengu. I can't. Did he say and I missed it?
Katsuzu or Falcon?
Fazuzu or Falcon? That is Fazuzu.
That is Tug.
Ah, right. You're asking because the other one's Blue Falcon. Right. No, my Suicune. It is going to be a tough one. Both of them don't have a
It's
ton of
Zuzu,
longevity.
it's Zuzu, though.
I want a bundle.
Oh, Draco wants a bundle. Well, you got to be quicker. There were 2 bundles up for grabs. 2 of them have been gotten. Oh, Bird's making his decision. Fazuzu is Fazuzu, but
3 actually.
well, 2 in that last round. I'm gonna have to start pushing you. Winged Beasts for DJ Gavin. So you're gonna be sticking.
Hier stand my Gaia.
So you're gonna be sticking with Blue Falcon. Okay, so that means Tempest Drive is going to go into the vault for now. We will be revisiting it later, so don't you guys worry too much about that.
And my Winged Beasts.
So we will be putting that away for now. And now we will clean this up and we will get ready for
That
the next
are what?
round. So the next round is going to
Robot
be
put in the bin.
exactly the same. It's going to be exactly the same. Hello, by the way, everyone in chat. I haven't had a chance to really yap to you guys too much. There's a lot going on. But the next round is going to be exactly the same as round 2. So it'll be 2 separate words. The words will be individually jumbled. You'll have 7 minutes. Come up with as many as you can, as quickly as you can. And try and be faster than Bird. That seems to be the guy to beat. So if we go ahead and I will get ready to reveal. We don't need to see an example because it's exactly the same as round 2. So 3, 2, 1, bam. And the timer is going. Good luck, everyone. Back in chat only mode. And as much as I would love to yap, I think I have to just keep up to date with the points because this is actually a little bit insane. So Hikari got 1. We got 2, 3, 4. So that puts Hikari, and that was double points as well, so that's 80 points. Who was next? Pro Manicus got 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 as well, so that's another 80 points for him. Then we have Whistling Bird got 1. Whistling Bird got all of them, so he gets the full 100 points. Who is next on this list? Sota got 1, 2, 3. So Sota got 3, which is a fat 60 points. Next up, we have Hunter 1. And that. So then we have. We already did Draco? No, we haven't done Draco yet. Draco got 1, 2, 3, 4. Means he gets an extra 80 points. How's the clock looking? Still got 5 minutes. We still have plenty of time. So, who's after Draco?
Okay, I got all these for once.
And we've got 2, so that'd be 40. Is that everyone? Have I done everyone? Oh, Paco.
I got 3/5.
Need to check this. Okay, yeah, Paco got that one. Perfect. And then I need to go and grab all of these. Where are the beast gears at? Beast gears, where are you? Where did I leave you? Oh, the music stopped as well. That's typical. Did I not do the beast gears? No, I did. They're up here. Okay, that's fine. I'll grab all of these and throw those onto Manicus. And then that should be all of my weird stuff done. So I can now talk to chat. I've only got 9 seconds before I've got to tell everyone that we're halfway through. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are halfway through the time. 3 minutes 30 remaining. Is chat not in emote only chat?
Hier 5.
It says it's emote only chat. Oh yeah, we are. That's fine. Badges is typing in emotes. For some reason, I saw not like this, and I just went, yeah, that's text. I think my brain might be cooked. Alex is angry, let him out! But I hope everyone is at least enjoying this a little bit. I know it's a bit weird because this is a strange format to have on stream, but we did want to stream it because we thought it would be a bit of fun. Obviously, when it's all edited, we take out all the dead air, right? So all of this like waiting around and me fiddling around with scores, all of that obviously won't be in the finished video. But can't really get around it unless I had like a little helper going around and filling in the spreadsheet for me. So it looks like we have a lot of people with a lot of answers this time. But it is looking pretty close. We're almost down to 2 minutes. I'm just looking through everyone's answers right now. And it's looking like we have a lot more answers than we have done in the previous rounds. So maybe people are getting used to the format, or maybe this round is a little bit easier. I mean, chat, have you gotten any of these? Let's see some happy emotes if you've gotten some of these yourselves. Or if you... Because, I mean, a lot of people probably just aren't going to bother. They're just like, I don't want to play this, but I'll happily watch other people struggle. So, like... But if anyone is playing along, if anyone in chat has worked any of these out. Looks like Alex has. Looks like Neo has. Shui hasn't. Shui doesn't give a shit because he doesn't play Rush that much. Alright, we're approaching the 1 minute mark. So when we do get there in 20 seconds, I will have to let the players know that there is a minute left. Obviously, some players will be finished very, very quickly.
Done finally. MSAG, one of them took so long to click.
I mean, it's fine. Some players will struggle with this. Some people aren't as good at language skills. Some people might have specific disabilities that will make them like difficult, right? That's just how it goes. 1 minute remaining.
I am not getting the 3 die ohne.
Not getting the third one. Oh, the third one does only have 2 5-letter words.
I am halvtiere.
I'm half there. I mean, there is always a chance that I've messed something up. There is always a chance there. So we'll have to wait and see. Because if I have made the mistake myself, then obviously I will be punished and no one else will be punished for that. Oh, only 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Time is up. That is my fault for not letting you guys know, so I'll give you a few extra seconds in case you want to get something extra in. Because it's not fair to punish you because I made a mistake.
I was slow, but I get them at least.
Alright, so by the sounds of it, some people were struggling with some of these. So, again, that might be because I made a mistake. If I have made a mistake, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But, obviously, you know, you guys won't be penalised for that.
I didn't know the last one.
The fall of the beard.
So, let's go and take a quick look at the first answer.
No,
so,
we can't read YGO players.
Goth's once-lick is Ghost Cyclone, and the player who got Ghost Cyclone the quickest was Hikari. So, Hikari will be receiving One-Sided Reverse. A very interesting spell card. Again, it's one of those ones that will be...
I got one of them first.
Stronger, like earlier, right? One-Sided Reverse does have a skill attached to it, but you will not be getting the skill with it. This is just the card on its own, One-Sided Reverse. So next up, we have Rats Race NTR, and it was Star Trancer. So let's see who got the Star Trancer the quickest. It was Draco Kid, which means Draco Kid.
Star Trancer I got within 5 seconds.
Draco Kid will be receiving... Oh, Draco. It's a bundle, and it's quite an interesting bundle because this is quite a
cards are mine.
late-released... like skill. It's quite a modern-ish skill. It wasn't very good, but it is. So, we have the Sports Dragon bundle, also known as... Oh god, what do I even call this thing? It was like, it was named after the skill.
Sports Draco.
Where is it? It's
Dragon
Divine
Closer.
Guardian of Fire bundle. So this contains Sports Dragon Closer, Sports Dragon Keeper, Sports Dragon Striker, Sports Dragon Defender, Sports Dragon Connection, and the skill Divine Guardian of Fire.
Draco seems in line.
Well, I mean, you get this anyway, regardless, Draco, because you don't have a bundle, so you don't have to, you know, you don't lose a bundle because you don't have one already, right? So that's just yours until maybe you can get rid of it later if you want to. So, we should also free chat because I know how much they love spamming emotes, but we'll just let them be free for now. Next up, we have Ratted Goda, which was Triad Drago. I'm just making sure I got that right. Yes. Yes, it is correct.
Lol.
Triad
True
Drago.
monarchist.
Till now.
So, Triad Drago was done the fastest by Pro Manachist. So,
Sora
Pro
will immer.
Manachist, you will be receiving... Pro Manachist, you now have a decision to make, my friend. Because there is another bundle hidden behind Triad Drago. So you will have to decide if you want to keep your Beast Gear bundle or if you would rather have the Daybreak Order bundle.
Take it Proman.
So this is
Duel.
the Ride Across bundle. This
Take
would give you a
IT.
skill.
You-
You have to take it.
So Manachist is going to have to make a decision here. Does he want the Ride Across?
The stack.
Bestakros.
This is actually tough.
Ooh. It does come with Rightful Magic,
The
which
Stack Ross.
Bestakros.
a lot of people will know does have.
Bestakros.
Everyone just spamming Best Across.
This Stakros.
Bestakros.
I'll take.
Bestakros.
Oh,
The Stack Ross.
he's taking
Raise
Ride
Stack
Across.
Ross.
Okay. So that means I'm going to have to take away your Beast Gear stuff. I will just move that for now because I'm probably going to need to give it to someone later. And then we will be replacing that with your Ride Across bundle, also known as the Daybreak Order bundle. So we will be slapping that onto Manachist for now. So that is, I mean, it potentially could be pretty good. So next up, we have our fourth
Ich kenne mich
one,
alle so.
Perhi Yald. And it was Harpy Lady. Now let's see who got Harpy
Harpy
Lady.
Lady,
the
I also got
fastest.
relatively quickly.
Harpy Lady was a new first timer. We have Milanesso got Harpy Lady the quickest. So Milanesso will be receiving a trap
Nice.
card. Again, it's this trap card is going to be much
Yes,
better the
maximum.
earlier you get it. So pretty good
You
for
were
week
kidding
one.
me.
It is double
Mila
block.
knows the booper.
No bundle.
No bundle,
Lol.
but double block. People
This one I took 5 years on and completely did not click that it was lady.
double block is actually not awful. The
Capo
downside
Academy.
is the big restriction on it, but this does
It's not
stop an
bad.
attack from anything. So like, it's not crazy. I'm not going to try and oversell it, but it's better than no trap, right? So we have that, and then the final, which is Adoring Sea Pursuers, was Dragonic Pressure. And let's see who got Dragonic Pressure the fastest. It was Whistling Bird once again. So Whistling Bird will be receiving another new card. And here it is. It is Constructor Engineer Draft
Draco
Cannon.
not getting that was funny.
Or Constructor Sapper Draft
Oh.
Cannon, I believe it's called. But that will be your new card. This card is semi kind of generic. It is not bad. It lets you, like, basically scry sort of thing. It's pretty good. Again, it's kind of you want to get it out, use its effect, and tribute it off, but it is actually not bad. So that is going to be it for round 3. So I will once again go ahead and clean everything up. So,
Tomato.
Tomato, what's up? Have I...
Hoch many more rounds.
How many more rounds? It's 5 rounds. It is 5 rounds total. I am tired. We've only been going for 49 minutes.
To
Did we say it's going to take two
Holy.
hours to get all of this done, remember? Like, well, 2 hours was on the long side, but...
It's been fun for me.
Ja.
Alright, so next up, we will be showing off round 4. So round 4, again, the rules are going to
I'm not
change
over
a
my
little bit.
question.
So, now, we are getting into... This is going to be a bit harder. These rounds, every single... So these can be either single or multiple words, and everything's going to be jumbled. So this one is Resembled Uffy, and
Oh
this
my.
is
Oh no.
Buffered Slime again. So once again, Buffered is not randomized within itself, and Slime is not randomized within itself. This is going to get tough, and the rewards are going to get a lot
boy.
better from here on. So I would recommend really trying for these ones. I am tempted, if you guys want, we can bump the timer up by another couple of minutes, because this should theoretically be a lot more difficult.
10 mins.
More time. Okay, we'll do some more time. I think that's fair.
10.
Yeah, can we have an hour, please? No, you can have 10 minutes. But I believe in you.
Hour is better.
10 hours.
10 hours. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. But
100
we have our
hours.
example. We'll go ahead and deal with the timer. So I will now go ahead
1,000 hours.
and we will get ready to start. So
10,000
I'm going to give you a little countdown since everyone's spamming chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. All right, we'll put you guys back into emote only. And then I will be once again tallying up points from the last round. So, who have we got? We have Hikari with 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. So Hikari will get the full 100 points. We have Whistling Bird got, I believe, all 5 again. 1. Oh no, I think he missed one, right? 1, 2, 3. Double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, Whistling Bird to get 4, so he'll get 80 points. Then Draco got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Draco gets another 80 points. Sota got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I get all 5? Yeah, double check. So we got all 5. Hats off to Sota. He's not doing them quick, but he's getting them done. He's getting all the points.
What the frick is this?
Looks like they might be struggling. Again, this is meant to be hard. These are meant to be difficult. They're not supposed to be getting all of them. So we'll see if any of them do end up finding all of them. If we get all of them done,
My brain
I'll be quite...
is not braining.
I'll be very impressed if they get all 5 of these. Because again, this is extremely difficult. Who's next? Milanesso got 1, 2, 3,
I see Drages in the stars.
4. Yeah, okay. So that's 120, and then 1, 2, 'Who have we not done? We've done Paco. One. Two. 3. Have we done everyone? We've done man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right, that is everyone's points totaled. Yes, everyone's completely fine. So we're almost... It took 4 minutes for me just to count up the points. Hello, hello. Icy. You've caught us in emote-only mode.
Good question.
But we will see how this goes. As in... They have all the letter placements right, as in Katana, etc. is a 363 word combination. No, so they can be randomized in any way. So for example, the get Katana, etc. is not a 3, 3, then a 6, then a 3.
Oh.
I can't do this.
Sorry, just try and get one if you can, guys. If you just focus on one and get just one done, that already could be enough to get it, right? I can tell you there have not been many answers locked in. We have reached the halfway point, 5 minutes. Ooh. So my original plan for this was that they would get all of the... They would answer all 5 of them, but they wouldn't all answer all 5 of them, right? So my idea for this one was that like all of them would get answered, but maybe by entirely different people. So like 5 different people would get rewards because they're all just that difficult. That was the logic. But if, someone's good enough, obviously Bird has shown that he is really good at these. If he is able to get all 5, he could get some really tasty rewards. Let's see what happens.
I can't get a single one. I give up.
Sag.
Draco, I am the same, but am too stubborn.
I believe. This is probably the hardest that we were going to get, realistically. I will say, this is probably the hardest challenge, but it's hard to, test run these. I will say that the ones in the following weeks should be a lot simpler than this. But this was the easiest one to quickly mock up. Alright, we've got 2 minutes 50 remaining.
/5.
Oh, we're seeing some answers coming through now. I think the extra time, it definitely has been helping, because obviously if it was only 7 minutes, we would have already run over. But it'll be interesting to see what they actually do manage to come up with.
And this is only round 4.
It's all right. Don't be too intimidated. Again, the intention was that not everyone gets all of these, right? If someone walked out getting all 5 of these,
Why?
I would be a bit flabbergasted. It would be a bit nutty if anyone walked out with all 5 of these. Because again, the reason I gave extra time was because, again, I knew this was going to be challenging. This was always going to be a difficult one. But again, it doesn't also help that there will be some people which are going to be naturally better at this than others as well. Are you yellow carding? It's funny how, looking at the answers here, some players have drastically improved, whereas others have been getting a bit, struggling a bit more. We do have less than a minute remaining, 52 seconds. I will say as well, guys, one player has done exceedingly well here. I have improved. Perhaps. Right, 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time is up, so I'll free everyone.
The winner of this has to be hacking.
I mean, potentially.
I only got the last one.
A big part of this
give up.
being so difficult
Blame Hikari.
was because it's harder to cheat when it's like this, right? So it is a bit unfortunate. Maybe I should have saved this one for a bit later on, but it is what it is. We're here, so we're going to go ahead and give out the answers. So the very first one was Degenerate MD.
1 word or 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Guess, but I think it's close.
Alright, so the first one, Degenerate MD, was Meat and Greed.
And D is sure to generate.
So,
What?
Meat and
Zach.
B.
so Meat and Greed was Degenerate
Meet
MD.
and breed.
And the player that got it the fastest was Pro Manicist. So Pro Manicist is the Degenerate MD. Pro
My
Manicist
live
is the Meat
reaction
and
with
Greed.
the food.
So, Pro Manicist, for getting Meat and Greed,
This is rigged.
Anarchistium ist Mutonfan.
you will be receiving Triple Trio.
Pray no one got the last one.
So, Triple Trio is an interesting little trap card. Again, it's one of those ones that will be a lot better early. So I'll be adding that to your collection. What the fuck is this TTS? It's a bot that just makes TTS happen. Alright, next up, we will be taking a look at the next answer. So Daughter was the Guard. So let's see who got the Guard the quickest. It was Whistling Bird. Got it very, very quickly. So Whistling Bird did manage to get the Guard, which means Whistling Bird will be receiving the Dark Handshaker. I believe his name is Dark Handshaker. It might be Black Handshaker. I don't know what I've got written down here. I do have Dark Handshaker written down here. I don't know if the image is wrong or if I'm wrong, but either way, you're getting that card. So you enjoy your Dark Handshaker. So the next one, Get Kasana, etc., was Negate Attack.
Knopf
And-
kann Schalke Hans Weg überholen.
The player who was fastest with Negate Attack was Hikari. So Hikari, with the Negate Attack, will be receiving... Oh, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate, Hikari.
Wie?
No.
You will be receiving a bundle, but
11 foul.
I'm pretty sure, Hikari, you're not going to be able to use much of this bundle. So here it is. This is the Shadow Flower bundle.
Ah,
Oh, wait.
No man.
So this, as you might notice, has a skill attached to it, which is going to be the flower plant skill. But it also has a
no
star.
Akaki.
Now, what the star is it is an emblem. And the way that emblems work is when we reach certain milestones, as we progress through the weeks, there will be cards that will be useless pretty much to everyone other than you. So you will be receiving 3 additional cards going forward if you take this. But I will tell you now, they will be related to Shadow Flower. So that's at least something. So for now, this is going into your collection. So you enjoy that. And
I will take this, but can you repeat the card, please?
can you repeat the cards? I will put them all in the thingy. I'll do it right now, just to make things a little bit easier for you. They will all be going into the spreadsheet, which you should have access to. So you will be able to see them all in there. I'll go ahead and grab all of this. And I'll
Which
throw
will
them
be in the
all...
spreadsheet. Also, Tomato, we're going to need 10 minutes for deck building for sure.
Yeah, that's fine. You can have 10 minutes for deck building. What do you mean, guys? It should only take 2 seconds. What are you talking about? You barely got any new cards. Alright, so that's all in there. Alright, so next up, we have Proactive Oath, and the
I
answer
hate you,
was...
tomato.
Pot of Avarice. So, who was the fastest with the Pot of Avarice? The answer is Pro Manicist.
Ahmad.
So
Why?
Pro Manicist got that one. So Pro Manicist, you're going to have to make another choice, Pro Manicist, because you've just got another bundle.
Please no one get the
And it
last
didn't
one.
work.
And here we go. It is the Lightning Shift bundle. So, Manicist, you currently have Daybreak Order and Ride Across. You have now been offered...
Noticed Condor.
You have been offered Volt Condor. So you're going to have to make a
Condor.
decision.
West Condor.
Personally,
This
you keep
Condor.
the raid across.
I love it. Just everyone just like devolves into just spamming best.
Suffering from
The
success.
stack
That's
first was
difficult.
Condor.
That is difficult. Yeah, it's best Condor and best across. God, everyone is spamming.
This Condor.
I'll take the Vault package. Ooh, so Daybreak Order is being put back into the Vault for now. And Manicist is going to be taking his a bit smaller. In fact, I think every time you've taken a bundle, it's gotten smaller and smaller. I think that's just what we've been doing today.
Daybreak Order is going to catch up.
All right, so with that done, we have our final answer, and it was Plethora,
Roman Knuffs war
which
clever.
is Trap Hole. I was actually surprised. Only 2 people got Trap Hole, and this was arguably the easiest one. And the fastest was Draco Kid. So Draco will be receiving Archfiend's Summoning Flute. Archfiend's Summoning Flute, everyone.
Drakakid.
You.
So that's potentially pretty good. Could be pretty good. So we will go ahead and get the last round going. It will be exactly the same rules as before, which means a lot of you are going to struggle. I will
Roman
say
Weinluke.
the one to beat from this round was definitely Pro Manicist.
Hey, stuff Luke.
So we'll see what ends up happening here, but hopefully y'all can get some good rewards here. So round
It's
5.
the exact same as this.
Yeah, exact same as this. And this is the final round. I need to get rid of that, actually. Like, there's no additional rules thrown in, put it that way. So, we will be starting. Let's take a look at what it's going to be.
Rather shoot me.
Here are your words. Come on, guys,
What
you
the
got
hell?
this. I believe in you. I believe in you all.
Hero inject XL now.
So, it's a bit of a shame that this is so difficult. But again, the result I wanted did happen. It's just unfortunately the players aren't too happy with it. That's the downside. So for now, we will tally up the points from the last round. One, 2. So that'll be that. Then we have 1. Then there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy crap. Okay. That is... Then... There's the 1. Oh, it looks like some people are getting theirs pretty quick. Okay, I think that is all of that done. Be interesting to see if many of these get done. It looks like already a handful of them have been done and in pretty good time. So this might be, players might be finding this a little bit easier than last time. Fingers crossed we can get some good points from this at the very least. The only issue is, because it's 10 minutes, it does mean, obviously, you know, they probably need the 10 minutes because this is actually really, really hard. But at the same time, there is going to be a lot of dead air. Again, on the YouTube video, it'll be completely fine, right? Oh, we've got a lot of good answers coming in. A lot of people are getting a lot of them. We'll see if they can get them all. Looks like a lot of people are using their heads and are coming to some interesting conclusions here. Be interesting to see which people actually come out with the most points. So far, obviously last round gave Manicist a big lead.
What the fuck?
We are approaching the halfway point of the round. Let's see what everyone comes up with. Get ready to let everyone know. Right, we have reached the halfway point. 5 minutes remaining. It's looking like people are going to have some very interesting decks to build here. How many bundles have we seen? We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bundles? Or was there one that was revealed that didn't get given out, is the question. Double, triple check that. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, do we not have that one in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did we miss one? Was it one of them taken away? Yes. That's right. We had the Tempest Drive bundle that was rejected. Rest in peace. Right, we've got 3 minutes remaining. I'll tell you what. We've got 2.5 minutes left. I'm going to start throwing out some hints, just to try and maybe nudge people in the right direction. So, I'll say the first one is a popular card used in psychic decks.
I'm so confused.
It's the very top one. The second one down is a very French soldier, let's say. The third one down is a card that probably should be banned. The fourth one down is literally, it's one of the players in Rush Rivals.
Wait, what?
One of the players in Rush Rivals was a...
Wäre Ide Tiet vor 5.
Ide Odo.
Not quite. It's a card that represents them, not like their actual name. And it's obviously it's a card, name of a card, right? And the last one, I think most people have already got the last one, but I will say it is the mascot of today's episode.
The fifth one.
There we go. We'll let everyone get a few extra points.
All right.
5-5.
Because I mean, I think this was unfairly difficult, and that's not fair to punish you guys for that. That's my bad. But trust me, the other ones will not be anywhere near as bad as this episode.
Yeah, I got them all.
I'll go prepare my deck.
All right, 9, 8, 7, 6,
I got
5,
three.
4, 3, 2,
Nerf whistle.
1. And that is time up. So, let's go through and find out what they were. So the top
Wie
one,
will Beni, wenn er fickt?
I Copper Bay. The
I
clue
only got
was
Joint Deck Rex.
it's a popular card used in psychic decks. It was Ice Pop Bear. And let's go and see who was the fastest to get Ice Pop Bear. It was Hikari, got it very, very, very quickly.
Hear you.
So Hikari will be receiving Thunder the Thunder. Very, very strong early game staple. So we'll be going ahead and adding 3 copies of Thunder the Thunder to Hikari's pool. We'll also free chat as well. There you go, chat. Next up, we have Hoot Feathers Yeah. And the clue for this one was a French warrior. It was Hero of the Yeast and his croissant. So, Hero of the Yeast. Let's see who was the fastest with Hero of the Yeast. I know a lot of people did get it. And
I get it.
was... I believe Whistling Bird. Whistling Bird got the answer the quickest. So
Warte.
Whistling Bird will be receiving an actual pretty good card. Tribute
Wie
Lock.
was so getan?
Whistling Bird Bros. Go.
Duel.
So Tribute Lock will be added to Whistling Bird's pool.
Betraps.
Next up, we have Champagne BT. And this was a card that should be banned. And I think almost everyone got this just from that clue alone. Type Change Beam. Now, who was the fastest with Type Change Beam? Because this, I believe someone got it before any clues were given out. So
Bro.
Bird gets the secret deck Pigeon.
it was Milanesso was first with Type Change Beam.
Yay.
So Milanesso will be receiving
NOO, I thought I was facey.
a very, very interesting one. So this is the clone. So the clone is not a card. Well, it is a card, but it's not a card in this. This is basically like a token that you can spend, and you'll spend this after we finish giving out the prizes. What the clone will do is it will let you take any individual card that someone else has won this week and add it to your pool as well. So you can't take a bundle. You can't take any cards from the bundle, but you can take any of the individual cards. So you can take Dosodon, One-Sided Reverse, Thunder the Thunder, Tribute Lock. You have access to any of the individual cards that were won. So you get to check one of those, and we'll give you some time to work out what you're going to want. I will mark them on the spreadsheet with which ones are available for you in a minute. We'll just get through the rest of these quickly. So, Hydration CET. The clue was it's
Ancient
literally
Gear,
one of our
G-Weight
players.
ROK, XD.
And it was Draco the Tiny.
Vitat Vimi.
So, Draco the Tiny
I tried
was...
that one.
It was... Whistling Bird was the fastest with Draco the Tiny.
Yes.
So, Whistling Bird once again is going to have to be making a decision because you've unlocked another bundle.
I should have known.
It is the Noodle Art Boost Bundle,
Whoa.
which once again has an emblem attached. So, you have to make the decision, Whistling Bird. Do you want this, or would you rather keep your Blue Falcon formation?
Istar Noodles.
Besto Noodles. He wants the birds. Okay, so the noodles are, once again, like all of the other picks that aren't the birds, are going to be going into the vault. So, we have one last thing to give out. Where is the noodles? Let's grab those quick. Put them in here.
XD.
So the last, final Hero Inject X. The clue was it was the mascot of today's episode. The answer was Jointech Rex. And someone got Jointech Rex exceedingly quickly. And that was Pro Manicist. Got it very, 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 very quickly. Like, I'm talking like within like 20 seconds of us starting, Pro Manicist got this one. So, Pro Manicist will be receiving Stop Defense. Very powerful spell card. Could be a lot, extremely powerful if, for example, he gets access to the Stop Defense points. So that will be going to Manicist. All right, so with that said and done, we have still got some bundles that are all in the vault.
You will die.
So the way this is going to work is whoever has the most points will have the choice now to swap their bundle for anything left in the vault. And the player with the highest points... Well, saying that, I'm actually going to have to calculate, because usually I would do this during the rounds, but for now I'm going to have to do this manually. So this is going to be 1...
Wo ist der Winner? I wonder.
2... 3... That'll be 19. That'll be... Next up is going to be... Sorry you guys have to wait for me to do this, but I can't do everything at once, I'm afraid. 1, 2... 3... 4... That's 4, that's 130, which means you will be at...
Lease holt
60.
Berlin.
Oh no.
Then we have... Oh no. 1, 2... Looks like 2, so that'd be 60. 1, 2. So that would be 60, which would be 120. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be a sweet 150.
Sogar Peko Anton der Tat Eis no Glocken, good for you.
Got 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3, so that'll be 90. Is that everyone? We haven't done Draco Kid. Where did Draco Kid go?
I could not get any of the last 2 rounds aside from Join Tech Rex.
Okay, I think that's everyone done. So, Pro Manicist, you have the option to exchange Lightning Shift for any of the bundles listed below. Now, you did already give 2 of these up yourself.
We don't know the positions.
You don't know the positions? It's all on the Google sheet. It's all on the Google sheet. All at the top of your card pools. Show your current points. So, Manicus, you have the choice to swap your bundle if you want to. It's up to you. All 4 of the other bundles are just, you know, lower down on the page. You can see them all. So all of the prizes, Milanesso, are on the spreadsheet, so you can see them all there. I will highlight them in green for you, so you can see what you can actually take.
Oh, God, thanks.
I can't see the bundles. Where am I looking at now?
So on the spreadsheet, if you just scroll down a little bit, you missed the curry bot. Thank you for letting me know. So there is also a curry bot, which we're going to grab now.
Same with Darkness Approaches.
Listen, right? Do you even want Darkness Approaches? Who won Darkness Approaches? Was that
Law.
was that Bird again? And 1000 attack
And
rocket.
2000 attack rocket. Tomato.
Who won these? Let me know. I'm a one-man show, trying to do everything. Hello,
Bird.
Louise.
Whistling.
Oh, you just went. All right, that one's just not highlighted. That's fine. Oh, Karibot just wasn't highlighted. Right. Oh, and that just wasn't highlighted. Oh, that's fine then. Wait, we've got rid of Darkness Approaches
Right.
and that. There we go. That's fine.
I can't find them.
They're on the
Here
spreadsheet.
did my Kuriboku.
I'll move them up a bit. What, the one I didn't turn down? So it's the Noodle Art Boost, Tempest Drive, Daybreak Order, and Beast Gear Emperor Catapult Kong. They're all on the spreadsheet, just underneath everyone's card pool.
Eat Ace owns E-Gold pro man.
Okay, now I see them.
I'll take Noodle. Okay, so Manicus will be losing the Lightning Shift, and he'll be gaining
So
the Noodle Art
everyone will
Boost.
have their own dedicated bundles.
Yes, everyone will have a bundle by the end of this. So next up, Whistling Bird. Do you want to keep your Blue Falcon formation?
Romanarchist, who are you, Dompis?
Die.
Die Wingwimoe wird du große Froh.
Now, I don't want to like rush, but like this has taken a little bit longer than expected, so this will be running over. So the quicker we can make these
Gut Sadly,
decisions,
ich habe Abad-Rekord wie wollt.
we'll keep with Blue Falcon. Okay, so next up is Hikari. Hikari, do you want to change your Shadow Flower Blizzard bundle? If Hikari, no, you don't want to change it. You want to keep it. Okay, so Hikari will be keeping the Shadow Flower Blizzard bundle, which means next up is Draco. Draco, you happy with your Divine Guardian of Fire bundle? So you have the option to exchange your bundle. Yes, you can choose between the Divine Guardian of Fire, Lightning Shift, Tempest Drive, Daybreak Order, or the Beast Gears. We're going to keep it. Okay, next up is...
Mine is mine.
Paco. So Paco, you don't have a bundle yet, so you'll get to choose a bundle. What's up, Soto? Waiter. Triple Trio. Who won Triple Trio? Was that you, Sota? I assume Sota won Triple Trio? I'm just going to assume someone's keeping track of this. Someone won Triple Trio. I think it was Manicus, right? Manicus won Triple Trio.
Raid Across.
Who won Raid Across? Well, someone won it, but then they gave it up. I think it was Manicus won it.
Purple Trio
might
was
have it.
won by someone, but it was put with a Raid Across package.
That's fine. So we're going for Ride Across. It looks like
Alright, full magic, too good.
Paco wants Ride Across. So next up is a tie between Milanesso and Sota. So, how are we going to do this? Technically, Milanesso was quicker, so we're going to use that as the tiebreak. So, Milanesso, you have the choice of Lightning Shift, Tempest Drive, or the Beast Gear package. He wants the Beast Gears. I'm going to assume Beast means Beast Gears. And not Beast as in the Tempest Drive, which are beasts. So assuming that's what you want, we'll be moving that over. Which means next up is going to be Sota. We have Tempest Drive or Lightning Shift. Go for the Fuzuzu, which means by default, Hunter will be receiving Lightning Shift and the Volt Condor cards. So now the only thing that's needed is Milanesso needs to decide which card he wants to clone. I mean, like, the Lightning Shift stuff is not going to be bad. It's not necessarily going to be awful for week 1.
Sports rigging closer.
So, unfortunately, Milanesso, you can't take something that's from a bundle. So you can only take the stuff that is highlighted in green.
Don't take my stuff.
Maybe Kiribati.
Go ahead and start highlighting the skills. But the idea is, hopefully, we can streamline this process, so next week this will be a heck of a lot quicker. That is the hope. But everyone can start building their decks. Obviously, it's just Milanesso that has one more card to work out, but everyone else can start building their decks.
It may be Spiral Geyser.
Yeah, I mean, you can take Spiral Geyser if you want it. Alright, so I will go ahead and start the timer again then, because we got to get through these games, right? So I'll set a 10-minute timer Everyone, build your decks. Be ready. At the end of this time, we will be starting whether you're ready or not. I will go ahead and create the duel room. I will be posting the ID in announcements. And when you have constructed your deck, jump in, and that will let me know that you are ready. You know, all things considered, this wasn't too bad. You know, again, it did take a little bit to get into it. But, again, there will be growing pains. This is the first time we're doing this. Let's have a look. What are you saying? Right, everyone is busy building all of their decks. Hopefully they'll come up with something interesting. Obviously they have very limited pools, but they do have a default, like, group of cards. Hey, Tomato! I built my deck, so I came to say hi. Hello! Hello, Draco. I should probably also mute myself so I'm not yapping in everyone's ears while they're building their decks, but I don't know if they care. They're just building a deck now. They don't have to do a ton of thinking. We'll do this anyway. Alright, we'll do that. That doesn't really matter, that doesn't matter. I assume some people's decks will be a lot easier to make than others, but others won't. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
$30 cards max.
Yes, 30 card is the limit. It has to be a 30 card deck. That was all in the rules. I swear everyone will curse you at their bedtime, Tomato. Well, yeah, it's one of those things where I did assign extra time because originally, obviously we didn't think it was going to take quite this long to get everything done. But as I should learned this at university, anytime you're going to plan like for a time, double it. So really I thought this would take like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I should have doubled it. Where was the room code? The room code is in Rush Rival Announcement. Speaking of, we will go ahead and move ourselves around here. So, I suppose we'll stay on this because of the timer, but we're not going to need this anymore. That's for cool. Yeah, I think the major like setback from this was definitely the difficulty of the week one. I think that was the big issue. But all in all, I think it did work out alright. Obviously, the amount of time it took to get through everything was a bit awkward, but that is just going to happen. Ideally, we'll get through the other ones a bit quicker. I'll try and like revamp them so that stuff will just happen quicker in future. Now I have time to calm down. Sad, I only got second. I mean, second is still very good. Tomato, why are you a tomato? What, are you asking like where my name came from? Because that has a weird little story attached to it, which I can get into if you want me to. What was that first challenge? I think, to be fair, the second and third rounds went very well for a lot of people. There were still some people that really did struggle. But there is obviously going to be an issue of, like, language, right? Is it a 4-minute story? I mean, I could get it done in 4 minutes. That's easy. I mean, it's not a particularly interesting story, but the idea was that I played a lot of World of Warcraft in my youth. In fact, I actually stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively originally because World of Warcraft seemed more appealing. And so in that, you have to keep making characters, right? And each of those characters have to have a different name. So because of that, I had to keep coming up with random ass names for my characters. And at one point, I just had a bottle of tomato ketchup on my desk. And in the UK,
I heard the sneeze.
We call it, yeah, I mean, I had to mute one place so the other one could hear it. Not quick enough to do
Can't hear
both.
anything else.
But the idea was that I named my character Tomato Sauce, right? Just tomato sauce. Then there was a World of Warcraft PvPer that I was quite, you know, I was a fan, I guess. And his name was Orange Marmalade. He played a mage. And so I then changed my name from Tomato Sauce to Red Tomato, and then that stuck for a bit. And then that eventually just became Tomato Sauce because I wanted the name Red Tomato because that was my handle on a lot of different games.
Okay, maybe we didn't need the 10 minutes.
Well, has everyone finished? Because if everyone hasn't finished... Well, if there's still people that are building decks, right? How many people? We've only got 6 people in this room, so not everyone's finished yet.
Speak for yourself, Paco. We actually won some cards.
Hier etwas Ersitan expected.
A lem foul.
I think only one of the answers never actually got found. I think it was literally just the one. So, of the 25 prizes, 24 got claimed. But that's how it goes. I will tell you, none of the other challenges you're going to be doing have anything to do with words or writing or unscrambling English words.
Thank God.
Because I know...
Did we miss?
Which prize did we miss? You know, but now, what I can do, Whistling Bird, is I can recycle that and put it into a different week if I want to. So I don't want to tell you. If it's a card I think might make good sense to bring back.
Ich muss haben gut genug team.
I mean, potentially. What we should have done as well, I don't think it's going to matter too much for week 1, but in future, you will know your opponent ahead of time. But again, for this week, I don't think it matters. I don't think you're going to be like teching cards specifically to deal with specific matchups. How many have we got? We've got 8 people in here, which means we're waiting on one player.
I'm a bit iffy on ratios, but I think I'm good.
Okay, don't forget your deck have to be 30. It is at random or we have a set schedule. So it will be a set schedule after this week. This first week is going to be highest points against lowest points. So it will be Manicist versus Hunter will be the first matchup. It will be Whistling Bird versus Sota. It will be Hikari versus Milaneso. And that means by default it will be Draco Kid versus Paco.
Okay.
ONG High Monosync.
Hey, Mono.
Duo.
I told you all see.
Alright. Whoever hasn't finished building
Hello,
their deck,
Monzo.
the time is up. You're just going to have to slap something
It's
in.
always Paco or Manarchus.
Well, you can only play against him once, like, as the second part, so just to reiterate, it is Manarchist versus Hunter, it is Whistling Bird versus Sota, it is Hikari versus Milaneso, and it is Draco Kid versus Paco. Should probably just double check no
What
one's
did
like trying to get
Paco
hold of
get?
him. Tomorrow is
Will we get a prize for winning?
Bring it on.
I don't understand your question, Draco.
So I am playing you my brother, Manarchus.
Yeah, that's fine, Draco. As long as you have the card, you're good to go.
Can we start
Isn't
the
a
duel?
card like
Best of
negated?
three.
Are
Yes.
we allowed to start?
Yes, you can start whenever you're ready. It looks like everyone is here now as well.
Oh no.
So, I guess we'll hop straight in and start spectating. I guess we'll spectate Bird versus Sota. Right, I'm going to mute so you guys don't hear me yapping over you while
Otter,
you're
good
dueling.
luck.
If you want to hear the commentary, it will be on the stream. Alright, Sota versus Whistling Bird. So Whistling Bird has got the Blue Falcon formation, whereas Sota had the option to use Tempest Drive, but looks like he's not using it, otherwise he would be using a Yuga skill. Bird versus Sota? Nah. I'm interested to see what Sota's got. Okay. So it looks like Sota might have just opted to use the life point gain and just still use all of his new cards, or we might just be playing like some sort of aggressive beatdown strategy. We immediately see a tribute of Swordsman of Roadstar to set a monster. So that could be a Cursed Dragon. That could be a Blue Falcon Tengu. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Sota is going to be summoning out his All-Seeing White Tiger, and he's going to summon out a Silver Fang. We are going all in on the beasts here. We're going to tribute one for Zuzu, and the Dark Magician was the set. Oh, crap. No, you are absolutely right. We have not adjusted that at all. I've been too excited. So we will do this. We will do this. We will do this. We'll also get rid of the timer, and we'll get rid of the joystick jumble. There we go. Isn't that better? Isn't that better, Dipsilon? Now we can actually see the game. We got there eventually. We got there eventually. Professional streamer, by the way. Karibot hits the board. We are also going to summon out a Silver Fang. So Whistling Bird already down to only 2,000 life points. Looks like he has been bricking a little bit. The Gaia the Fierce Knight Prismatic comes down. Blue Falcon formation is going to reduce the attack of the Dark Magician. Now, every player does have access to the barrier, but obviously that will not be enough to protect the Dark Magician from Gaia. So knowing what Sota's pool is, knowing there was a delay there, that has to be exactly the barrier. Like, Whistling Bird will just know this. But it looks like Bird is planning to play around it using his skill. Sota sets another back row. We set another back row. We summon out the Lizard Soldier. We tribute it for Curse of Dragon, which obviously doesn't have enough attack to clear. But we do a 3 back row protecting our monsters. We are going to be setting another back row. We are going to be summoning out the Dark Handshaker. This was one of Whistling Bird's prizes during today's episode. So he can shuffle one card from his opponent's graveyard into the deck, and then if he has a face-up level 7 or higher normal monster on the field, change an attack position monster on the opponent's field to defense position. This is another great way to try and play around the trap cards that Sota might have. Then we summon out the Needlecree the Celestial Seamstress. 0 attack, so we can expect a tribute summon about to happen. Out comes Gaia the Fierce Knight II. Blue Falcon formation being activated because we have summoned a monster, reducing the attack. And then we're going to activate Pierce as well. That'll be some massive damage about to come through. The barrier is going to be activated. This will make some room. This will also let him recycle some card back into his deck and reduce the amount of damage that he takes. So second guy is going to come through. We're going to activate another copy of the barrier. Again, reducing the damage that we take. We just have to find a way to slip 2,000 damage through. The difficult part is, again, Whistling Bird's skill is very powerful in this low-powered format. The Dark Magician, so we literally just put it back into the deck. And we drew it off the top. Where are we going to go with this? The issue is we have to play around the barrier. So it's like, are we going to respect the barrier or are we just going to charge through it? Because we have to force it out. We don't have any way to pop it. So the barrier is going to come down. So we'll be losing the Dark Magician. Now, will Whistling Bird be able to close out the game? That is the question. We would need probably a copy of Pierce to actually be able to close this. We're going straight to battle. So can we dodge anything that has a high defense? Oh, we did respect that the opponent could have 1,400 defenders, and we are rewarded for it. So to probably not too happy about that.
Miak Levario.
Let's see what Sota's going to have to crack back. This is a very, very difficult situation that Sota finds himself in. We're going to go all in on the defense. Probably a smart move. Tribute 2 for a defense position monster. But there are... using Sota's pool, there are many different ways that he could potentially kill Whistling Bird. It's not likely, but there are ways that we can finagle the game state. But it all depends on how Sota's built the deck. It all depends on the cards he's drawn. And there it is, the Blue Falcon Tengu, the namesake of the deck. We will be reducing the attack of Fuzuzu. We'll then be swinging over for 1,100 damage, which puts Sota down to 800. But there it is, the Bender Break. So Bender Break has a very powerful effect. It's just hella awkward to actually use. So if the number of face-up monsters on your opponent's field and the number of spell traps on your field are the same, so you would have to draw 2 spell traps here, he can send up to 3 spell or traps from the field to the graveyard, so could send all of them to the graveyard, then reduce a monster's attack by minus 3,000, which means even if that back row is the barrier, it still wouldn't be enough.
Or will Ibriak.
Okay, we reduce it down, so this even if this is a barrier, this is still going to represent 1,500 damage. And there it is. That is going to be Sota's Game 1 win. A hell of a comeback. Good job, Sota. Right, let's spectate another game. We have Milaneso versus Hikari going on. Let's go and check this game out. So Hikari got the plants, the Shadowflower Blizzard bundle. Meanwhile, her opponent Milaneso received the Beast Gear bundle. So Milaneso probably has better low-level bodies, but Hikari
I did not
has the better
expect
bosses.
Bender Break to be my saving grace.
Yeah, Bender Break especially in low power formats, can be
Yeah.
very, very strong.
You cannot run Paco.
We're going to have to go
Spell
watch
saved you.
the Draco Paco game after this, I think. It sounds
The
like things are
Stackers
heating
will
up.
not save you.
So we already see one of the Beast Gear bosses come down. This is Convoy Lyogun. Lyogun
Halt
is
me
an
Argon.
interesting one. Oh, we were bricking on multiple copies. So Lyogun has a very, very heavy cost. We have to send 2 face-up level
Even
4 lower
Call
beast
of Duty
warriors
Sota.
from your field to the graveyard to gain attack equal to the total level of monsters sent to the graveyard to meet the requirement times 100. Also, this turn you can only attack with this card. So this is kind of a make itself really big and then allow it to like get in for a big chunk of damage. But again, without the field spell, it can feel a little bit underwhelming. This is one thing that the Beast Gear deck is kind of known for, is they kind of tribute their other lower level Beast Warriors in order to get these effects off. But the effects can be worth it, but oftentimes also just aren't really worth it. Tribute 2, summon out the Gajumaru. Now, Gajumaru is very specific. It only really works against Earth monsters, which means, unfortunately, Milaneso is at a big disadvantage, specifically against this one card. But its effect is we can send one other face-up Earth attribute plant monster to the graveyard to change the attack of one face-up level 8 or lower Earth attribute monster on your opponent's field to 0. Now, looking at the other bundles, there was a basically like fire bundle, a light bundle, a wind bundle, a fire bundle, a light bundle. Realistically, I think this is the only matchup where Hikari would be at a big advantage by using the Gajumaru. So definitely did get a little bit lucky in how things fell into place here. And we do already know that there are 2 Lyogun in the grave. Here comes Catapult Kong. Now, Catapult Kong can't out this on its own. We can change to defense. Catapult Kong does also have an effect that allows it to destroy defense position monsters. But obviously we're not going to use it. By the looks of it, we have a spell trap or a high level monster in the hand. It's weird how this type of fun-esque format shows the proper power scaling of these decks, even when a lack of traps in Duel Links, then with how Konami like releases stuff. It's just another way to do it, right? That's all it is. We're just rejigging things around. It's not necessarily like better or worse, it's just different. And obviously we have a point where
Ihre Arma Tributes.
things are always going to be lopsided, right? Oh, attribute
Liebe
shift
hinweg,
bomb.
Sota.
So this is actually a dark monster, the Catapult Kong. So we're going to change it to Earth in order to get the Gajumaru's effect off.
The same place my tributable monsters went.
So we will be able to use the Gajumaru here. We will be able to reduce the attack. Oh, we have to send an Earth Plant. So we are going to have to give up a body if we want this extra damage in. And this is not going to represent lethal. We are still, what, 900 off? We're going to use the Shadow Flower Blizzard. That can boost our attack by 300. So we're now 600 off. So Milanesa has a big decision to make here. We are going to take the 27. Didn't want to use any back row. Obviously, it just would have saved us a bit of life points. It's weird how this type of... same message again. But hello, by the way, Dismume. Welcome on in. We're going to gain 1,000 life points from the life point gain skill. Obviously, Milanesa
Well,
did
that
not
was
have
an
a choice.
experience. Good game, Anarchist.
Right, we'll have to go and spectate at least one of those games before the end of this. Oh, there goes the sound again. By the way, when your games are finished, when you finish your best of 3, you are free to leave if you want. Obviously, you can still hang out, but if you want to, if you want to go to bed, feel free. Holy tomato, live at these hours. Let's go. Hello, Serena. Welcome on in. You've caught us at the tail end of the first episode of Rush Rivals. We had a bit of a shaky go. Things took longer than we were expected, but, we will adapt, we will overcome, we will improve. The following weeks will be smoother. I swear it. But you've caught us in an interesting match between Hikari and Milaneso, where we do have the Shadow Flower versus the Beast Gear deck. I don't think it was that shaky. I would have liked to get things done a bit smoother and a bit quicker. So I need to, like, work that in. But that's something for me to work on in the back end, right? Tomato just old and has a bedtime. I mean, you're not wrong. I can't say that you're wrong. So we're going to boost Gajumaru up to 2700. So the way the skill works is that it can give piercing to an Atrains that was special summoned. Oh, but here we have piercing. So this might be lethal depending on what we attack into here. The Beast Gears are not known for having particularly big defenses. We do also have a third attack coming in. This could be the end of this game. Shadow Flower, I forgot that deck existed. Exactly.
I wasn't paying attention to where the tribute is.
Well, you're just going to have to work around that, I'm afraid. But yeah, the whole point of this format that we're playing, Serena, is that everyone is playing very underpowered decks. Pepe laugh when I say plants bonkers. Now imagine Hikari carry Bomb Shift in the format. I will claim that it's the ultimate tech for plants. I mean, potentially. Imagine, by the way, that you're in Hikari's shoes. You've just played in the Challenger Cup, playing the current meta, having like really competitive matches, and then you start playing Gajumaru the Shadow Flower Lion and using the Pierce spell card to attack over like Silverfang. Right, let's go and check out Paco versus Draco. Let's watch this game. Speak for yourself. I'm thinking about all the cards I'm getting. I'm going to make the most broken deck. I mean, yeah. So we have Luke versus Yuga. This is going to be what? Sports Dragons versus... What did Paco even get? Paco got Daybreak Order. So this is Sports Dragons versus Rider Cross. Everyone's playing defensive for now. We're activating Daybreak Order. Reveal the Seath in our hand. Add the Rider Cross. We're also going to add the Rightful Magic spell card. Not going to be doing too much right now. Because again, we don't have a ton of ways to beat defensive boards, right? We could start swinging in, but neither player wants to give their opponent the advantage in getting the first damage in. Now, obviously, players could be playing cards to help get damage in, things like Pierce. But it looks like we're just playing the long haul. One of these players, I mean, Paco has less cards in deck. He does have to make the first move. Well, this is happening. Draco is going for it. We're going to activate the Guardian of Fire skill, boosting our attack on our Sports Dragon Closer. We can then boost or use the Pierce spell card to boost, to give it piercing, effectively. There goes a second Pierce.
Maybe you missed it.
400 attack in. We're going to activate, which will protect our life points a little bit. So we're down to 1900, but now 3 attack position monsters are on the field. Paco is feeling like he can make a push. We're going to be shuffling some cards back into the deck in order to special summon the Rider Cross. We're then going to summon out a monster, tribute 2 to set another monster. It looks like our plan is to keep recycling. This is very clever. This is very clever from Paco. He has realized that he's probably not going to win an all-out brawl. So the plan is to make use of Rider Cross's insane recycling ability to just keep refilling the deck. His plan, it seems like from the very start, was to try and deck Draco out. Now, will he actually be able to pull it off? We don't actually know. Obviously, he is losing a lot more monsters each turn. He is going to naturally start drawing more and more cards if this continues. And the deck does play a lot of tribute monsters, so at some point he is going to have to start tributing monsters out, and he could get a hand full of bosses that he can't do anything with. So we are going to get the Rider Cross. Rider Cross effect, we're going to put more cards back into the deck. We're already back up to 17. Look at this. We've already put our deck back up to so many. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Daybreak Order. We reveal the Rider Cross and get the Seer.
Convent or Brieg is breaking me. Read.
I'm so glad I got stop defense makes it, so I don't just lose to this tactic.
Yep. I mean, there are a couple of other cards similar. I don't remember.
1-0 for me.
If the other one was.
You can change your deck midway.
I mean, ideally, we won't be doing that, but we haven't actually set it up as a rule. So for this first week, I suppose it's fine. And there goes Parko, unfortunately run out of his recyclers, so wasn't able to make good use of that. So let's take a look at the replays. Let's see what's going on. We haven't watched any Hunter versus Manicus, so let's check out one of these games.
I should not have
please.
won.
Clarification, please. What, can you change decks? We never set it up as a rule saying you can't, so at the very least for this week, I think it's completely
Can we
fine.
switch our decks mid-games?
Yes. Alright. Alright. No matter what decision I come up with, someone's going to be unhappy. That is just the fact, right? If I rule one way, one person's unhappy. If I rule the other way, the other way's
adding
unhappy.
one more Pierce, but he'll change it back.
I took out Tempest Drive because it limits you to only spellcasters and beast types and their errant mini, so I ditched it, realizing later I could have outed many boards from Falcon formation with the
Is you cool, Kava?
2600 Fazuzu.
Okay. Right, it looks like people have worked out what they're doing with that, so that should be fine either way.
Oh well,
Oh.
GG's Burb.
Just dropped out of that, because the new... We're going to have to get used to how that works. Alright, we'll go and check out another replay.
What
Let's
do we win
watch
here? Points.
another Whistling Bird versus Sota game here.
Oh, I could have won that rip.
What do we win here? Points? Yes, you will win
Ihr Schulden
points.
Kava attackiert in der Lastgame. Den I kult habe stelle tun.
As well as, you know, the record will go up, which is also quite nice. Okay, Whistling Bird versus Sota once again. We go for a tribute set in the middle. Sota is going to summon out the Mighty Curse of Dragon, which will not be able to clear Blue Falcon
Yeah,
Tengu.
I specifically
Because we
set
have
a
the barrier.
monster for you to go in for El Mao.
And go ahead and just tribute over. It was Fazuzu into the Curse of Dragon.
Und
Looks
watch
like
my
our hand was a
sadness,
little bit bricked
Tomato.
up. Don't watch my sadness. We have to watch something. Activates the Pierce. We will swing over this defense position monster. We'll set another 2 cards in defense position. We will summon and tribute over for the Fazuzu. We will attack over with the Curse of Dragon. Fazuzu will then attack
Sorry,
over.
I also won 2-0 and you never said well done to me, just saying.
Blue Falcon formation will be reducing Gaia's attack
I was
value.
thinking one of
Summon
the
is
sets for
dismissive.
Pierce, and I could send you to face off against the Celestial Seamstress.
Well done, Manarchist.
It looks like Sota is somewhat running away with this game at the moment, but obviously Whistling Bird does have the barrier ready to try and stop the Dark Magician from clearing. That will be a little bit of piercing damage through. Bender Break effect is going to weaken it so much that we won't be able to stop it with the Dark Magician. We are going to use the barrier to try and protect the life points as little as we can. 1200 and then 2500 to the dome. The 400 didn't make a big difference, but now we can play other spell traps if we have them. We're going to be activating the Blue Falcon formation. The barrier is going to be used, which again is going to allow us to recycle, reduce the damage we take, but it won't actually protect our monster.
Only hat Tributes Art beend.
We'll go ahead and summon out the Guy the Fierce Knight. We'll use Tribute Lock. Then we'll tribute over it to summon out the Curse of Dragon, which will end the game. I mean, this is what we did say, right? We did say that having the bigger pool, having first dibs on the bundles doesn't necessarily mean you're guaranteed to win. And Sota there proving that even with his arguably worst card pool, he definitely could pull it off. So let's check out the first game of Hikari versus Milaneso.
Wäre was mal Champion.
Also, if everyone could please leave the results of your game, just because I'll have access to it anyway, but just so I have an extra backup copy. If you just put the results of your game in your own individual channels, That way I will have access to it at a later date if I need it.
I didn't put fusion cause of losing time.
That is
Well, I did
absolutely
brick
fine.
3 barrier into 3 piers.
I mean, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. Oh, Hikari with her plants has managed to summon out the Atrains. We will be boosting its attack up to 26, but it will not have piercings. There's no reason to even try and attack the defense position monster. Now, don't forget, Milaneso is at a big disadvantage here. We are playing primarily Earth boss monsters, which does create some problems. We can, however, use our...
Looking back, I should change Tempest to fusion.
Potentially. So 2 attacks are going to come through. So we are going to be seeing the... Convoy Lyogan is like, it's a cool boss if you can get it to work, but it's just so awkward to actually make it work, is the primary issue with it. That you need to have so many bodies, because you'll need 2 bodies, then you'll be able to summon it, and then you'll need like another 2 bodies. That's like a whole handful of cards. I forgot his monster was Earth. Well, you know, it's going to happen.
Looking back, we should ban Burb.
I mean, potentially. Let's take a look at how the games are going. So, Manicus managed to win 2-0. It looks like Hikari won 2-0. It looks like Sota won 2-0. So the question is, can Draco... once again, we've clicked the wrong button again. That's going to take some time to get used to, I think. Can Draco finish up the final 2-0?
What do these wins amount to?
So every win you get is going to basically improve your score. So you will get more points for doing so. As well as at the end of all...
Tomato, you still have a free packs.
Tomato, why do you still have free packs? Listen, don't worry about my free packs, Whistling Bird. They're none of your concern, okay? But the idea is that the finals will be... basically, it's the points. It's the points is the important part, right? The points are what you're fighting for. Having more points will give you advantages later on. Because the points will carry over. You want more points. Now, Guardian of Fire is going to boost the attack of Closer, which gets in for a ton of damage. Parko, using Daybreak Order, is going to be able to reveal the Seath to grab the Ride Across.
Okay, so I'm winning then.
Yep, you're winning at the moment, Manicust. We'll see if you can maintain your lead next week. So we're going to use the Seath, we'll summon out the Bender Break. Rightful Magic is going to be activated, which is going to reduce the attack of the Closer. We will be able to attack over for only 100 damage, but the monster does still die. We can use the Barrier here, which will actually kill Curse of Dragon, which is a pretty good trade for Parko, but our opponent does have 5 cards to work with, and it looks like we don't really have any good way to get through defense position monsters at the moment. Let's see what Parko comes up with. We're going to summon out the Hilt, which can boost the attack of a warrior monster.
Whistle, did you win? I have to raise my rank.
We're going to reveal the Ride Across in the hand, which is like a little bit awkward.
He lost as well.
Grab
He
the Seath.
didn't win enough against Bend Opreak.
Bend Obrek. I love that. We'll tribute to summon out the Seath. Seath goes in for an attack. We're going to activate the Barrier, which might protect this if it does have a 1400 defense body, which it does, which means that's a lot of damage not getting through, because we could have represented a direct attack with one of our other monsters, which would have been probably
Whistle beat
2900 direct
3-1.
attack. Let's see what Draco has here. Now again, I
Der
do
Hislop PRG-Thron 2 auf the Wettrittl.
I do want to emphasize as well, these games are not meant to be fair. They are not meant to be balanced. Some people will have better skills than other players. Some people will have better cards than others. Some players will also just be luckier. That is just how it goes. So don't let these matches
Manakist,
mean
I'm
anything.
coming
I
to
didn't
get you.
expect Bendor Break to
I
be
was for
strong.
sure that Whistle was winning this week.
I offer Alliance to hit a bird with a BIG stone.
Not the BIG stone.
Ikari, come at me, bro.
Alright, we've got some big monsters on
Headshot.
both sides of the board here. Divine Guardian of Fire.
Art did Ido to you, Hunter.
We're going to boost the attack of the Sports Dragon Closer. Get in for 800 damage. Get in for another 300 damage. Clears the board a little bit. Well, I have to go. Good first session for all of you guys. Thanks for stopping by, Milanessa. I really appreciate you playing. And again, it was my fault that things got a little bit wonky. I will try and improve for next time. So we're going to use the skill, reveal the Ride Across in hand. Ugh, having a Ride Across in hand here, not the best. Let's see if we can make something of it. Alright, Ride Across's effect. So we can put some more cards back into the deck. We're going to be recycling our level 5s.
Being the first will make you my target.
I mean, Whistling Bird was first for like half the episode and is no longer in first. Tribute 2, summon out the second copy of Ride Across, which means we can use this Ride Across effect if we want to. We can activate Right Foot
Roman
Magic,
Aschist is fürs Notme. Drauf stons Artin.
reducing the attack of Sports Dragon Closer, which means now we can attack over it without having to worry about that pesky barrier trap card. So we will be swinging over
More
that.
stones means a bigger house.
And we are
Bro, what
worried
is
about the
this hunter
barrier.
mindset?
So we are going to be attacking the defense position monster. We're going to go ahead and draw 5. Let's see what Draco has. We are getting a little bit thin in the old deck. Only two 2100s, not too difficult to out.
Roman Archist paid me for the win. Do you have a better offer?
Manicist, I told you to stop bribing people. Because as is, we can out one of these cards. We can activate the Sports Dragon Connection. This will summon out a Curse of Dragon. That's because Sports Dragon Connection is sort of like weak Secret Order. Divine Guardian of Fire activates, which will let us boost the attack of a monster up to 3100 attack. We still can't clear both of these. We're only going to get him for 1000 damage. Draco's deck is also looking a little bit thin here.
Sportsdragons are cool.
Yeah, the Sports Dragons are a really cool deck. I mean, that was the whole point, right? We wanted to show off decks that never really got to accomplish much in the meta, as it were.
Bestakros ist Bestakros.
Bishtakros is Bishtakros, I agree. Sports Dragon shooting Curse of Dragon to the field? Yeah, basically. They're really cool. That's what I mean. This is an archetype that probably could have come out a lot earlier. Now again, it's playing against Ride Across, so like this is always going to be a lower powered format. But like it's cool to be able to see
Bird
and
is
show
supposed
it
to
off,
be
right?
a German
Hunter
with
was played
French
only
accent,
in
I
this
guess.
respect.
I hope Bestakros steht Bestakros.
And we'll see, we'll see. Right across his effect. We're going to be putting back one of our level 5s, the Seath. I assume we don't have any other 5s, otherwise we'd probably put them in. Yeah, we've got the other right across in the graveyard, but we probably don't want to brick on too many like high levels. We've got the Spell Archer, and we summon out the Seath. So this is a little bit awkward because we don't have the room to use the Seeth effect, which means we can't get the recycling from it. So we are just going to chill with some defense monsters, but they have very low defense. And as we know, Draco is playing Pierce spell card. We haven't seen any copies from him yet. So I would not be surprised at all if we see a double Pierce play and then just end the game off that. Sadly, even if they gave an upgraded skill, this lowered power format proves you could have used them. I mean, basically, yeah.
Paco ist Stalin O.
I mean, Paco doesn't have a lot of options, right? If he doesn't have access to the hilt, he can't boost right across up big enough to attack over. And this is what we were expecting. There shouldn't be anything Paco could do from this perspective. So that is going to be the end of the game. And that means every single game did end in a 2-0 today. And that is going to be
I added the wrong target.
That is a shame. That is a shame, Paco. But
1-2-0.
I will say it did feel like,
Paco.
on paper, at the very least, it did feel like Draco had the stronger list.
Both
Obviously,
games must play so.
in game 1, you did have
it's
the
whatever.
recycling strategy,
Sorry, Bistakros.
which obviously could have stalled him out. Obviously, I think it was very clever. I think it was one of the smarter plays of the entire tournament, of today's matches. But that is going to do it. We did run 20 minutes early, or 20 minutes over, which is something we didn't really want to do, but this is going to happen sometimes. The one benefit of that being a 2-0 is that we do get to finish a little bit early. But we did have a ton of fun here, right? I think everyone, maybe the initial bit was a little bit awkward, right? But personally, I had a really good time with it. Hopefully we will get the creases kind of ironed out is kind of the plan. But for now, I think that's going to be...
I could have stalled for the win.
But if anyone any of the rivals themselves want to say goodbye to the stream, we will be ending in a sec. So before I do go to the ending
But
screen,
I forgot to shuffle back targets.
if anyone wants to say goodbye, I'll give you a second to do so.
It was fun.
Looks like everyone's yapping.
Hi, chat.
Gute Nacht, lieber Floß.
All right, and that is going to be it from us.
You guys don't
So
have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Bye chat.
Have a good day.
My chat.
Bye, chatters.
And that is going to be it for today's stream. We will be back at the same time tomorrow. Tomorrow? That's not right. At the same time next week. So we will be playing more Rush Rivals. We'll have some more lower powered format, which should be very, very exciting. We'll have some new challenges. And I can tell you the next challenge will be a little bit more proactive. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.